This award has particular significance for me because I was fortunate and privileged enough to win it in 2009 in its inaugural year. After winning the award, it actually helped me get funding for my company. 2 years later, I also had the privilege of winning the early stage award, and the year after, we were acquired. So, you know, these awards are wonderful things. They bring a significant amount of distinction and attention to the winners. So they have a very tangible value to them. And so in short, these awards really matter. In Nashville, as you've heard Brian say, we are a community, and the Tech Council is our tech community. And so I just ask that when you see these winners of these early stage and these innovators come up here and win their awards, please be there to support them and help them in their endeavors and keep the meaning in these awards.
While I was at the council, I had someone come up to me and said, "Hey, you've got to go meet this guy with a lot of energy. His name is Sal Novin." So I went down to Sal's office. He was down in Cool Springs at the time. We just had this, what I would call a remarkable hour, to where here's this guy with this vision and this idea talking about what he's done over the last few years. And with what I'll call an infectious energy that you just couldn't escape. It was like, it engulfed you.
Sal was constantly problem solving. It just isn't something you couldn't turn off on him. That was just who he was constantly looking for how can things be improved and how can we do it using technology. When faced with all kinds of challenges that are so life-altering, he was able to be himself.
I first met Sal when we first launched our education programs, and Sal was always one of our biggest advocates and just a tremendous supporter of everything that we did that was related to kids. I never saw him treat a 13-year-old or talk to a 13-year-old any differently than he would talk to you or I or any peer that he ever had.
He liked to find new ways to do everything.
My favorite story about Sal and how it touched me, and this is what's framed my worldview since I was 4 years old. When I was 4, I was sitting in front of our house, and I looked inside the mailbox, and there was one of those envelopes with just a bunch of coupon mailers. And in my little head, I thought, it would be funny or I don't know what, but I decided to put all those back in the envelope, seal it shut, and I wanted to mail it out. And I asked my mom and my dad if they could walk me down to the mailbox, and they didn't have the time. They were busy with something, and I asked our other brother, and he was busy playing a game. And then Sal was walking up the stairs. He was coming home from high school or something like that. And I told him, I want to go down to the mailbox and mail this. And he didn't hesitate. He said, "Yeah, let's go." What he saw was the purpose that I had, which, silly as it was a purpose. And he was willing to entertain that. And he just walked me to the mailbox, and then we walked back. It was about a 20-minute walk, and he took that time out of his day to do that with me. And I felt proud and gratified to be doing that, because it was, when you're 4, you don't get taken seriously, and here my cool older brother is taking me seriously. That's taught me something that I've always kept with me, which is that everybody has a mission, I guess, and you don't always know what that is, but it's not for you to necessarily say no to or get in the way of. And if you can help them out, then you're impacting them in ways you'll never know.
I mean, he loved his friends, he loved his coworkers, very sincerely.
When he lit up, all of the students lit up and got just as excited about what he was saying and what he had done and how he had really built a life here in Nashville around tech.
When people call technology the great equalizer, there's still a lot of people who are looking to see what they can gain out of it. And I think that anyone who was caught in Sal's orbit realized that it didn't have to be that way, and that sometimes even spending that extra hour or 2 hours or a day dedicated to someone's ambition and someone's goal can be really powerful.